Okay, everybody knows Terry Lobson here from RM Auctions. Terry, what an event. We're at the Ferrari concourse here at Vaughan, and you've got a display here because you actually do a lot of Ferrari auctions.
Yes, we do a brisk business in Ferraris.
They're phenomenal vehicles.
Had some great success in the last few months here, and we'll continue to do so. The market is very strong right now.
I was talking to some of the folks back there. Like behind us, you'll see the field, and that's the concourse judging. And I was talking to some of the folks. Some of them have like multitude of vehicles, like not just one car, but maybe 20 cars. One guy said he had over 20 cars.
Yes.
So these kids are really passionate about their car. They're like, it's a love.
It is a love. It is, and I guess if you've ever been in yourself, you've been to Maranello to see the passion, not just for cars, but for life in general, and food and sports, and it certainly carries across when you see them at an auction or see them purchasing or even driving a car. There's something that there's a desire there that every boy growing up wants to experience as well.
Now, you actually do an auction at Maranello.
Yes, we do.
Right at the Ferrari factory.
Right at the Ferrari factory at the Fiorano track, which is actually surrounds Enzo Ferrari's original home and his original shop.
Oh, okay.
So it's a very historical place, and it's really an honor to be there for a company out of Canada and have an association with Sotheby's in Europe and expanding into that market. So we're really fortunate to be there.
Now we should talk about that. The company actually started in Chatham, Ontario.
That's right.
For a guy who was lost or something and ended up in Chatham.
Well, I don't know about lost, but certainly found his way.
Yes.
Nearly 30 years ago, a fellow named Rob Myers, hence the name RM, started it in his garage behind his house and started tinkering with cars and took on some projects there for friends and just kind of developed into a business and finally incorporated in '79, and today is the world's largest auction house for vintage automobiles as well as restoration.
Fantastic. Now, besides Ferraris, you do all kinds of vehicles. Like when you're here in Toronto, we're doing the muscle cars.
Yes.
And the high end, I guess, daily drivers versus.
Yeah, Toronto is what we call a mainstream auction. So it's cars for everybody. You know, there's something in there like a '65 Mustang all the way up to the muscle cars and a few sports cars and exotics, and we do have some pre-war classics there as well. So there's always a great variety, but it's about 300 cars, and it's a great event to come out and see how the auctions work, do your homework, and if you're interested in buying a classic car, it's a great place to be. Our other sales, like you mentioned, in Maranello and Arizona and Amelia Island and Monterey, which is coming up soon, those are catalog events where it's fewer cars but more significant, more important cars.
I was amazed. I saw one car. It was an Oldsmobile that you sold in Pennsylvania. I forgot. But this car looked like it was in tattered wrecks, and it brought $1 million something. And I never realized the significance of this car. So certain cars have certain values because they're rarity.
That's right. That was a 1911 Olds Limited.
That's
the interesting thing was that car was still original. And even though the paint had long worn off, but the important thing about a car like that is most of them, there was only, I believe, 6 of them that were built, but similar cars in that era have been restored by now. So to find one in original condition, regardless of it's, been chewed on by mice or the weather strippings going on it, it's very important because those are the cars in 50 years from now, if you can maintain an original car, they're going to be quite valuable. And it went sold for $1.6 million.
Now behind us, we've got all these Ferrari.
Yes.
They're also like limited numbers. I was talking to one fella, I thought it was a California, was a 250-something GT. Only 4 of that model were built.
Yes.
So, like it begs the question, why build only 4,
Well, I think, there's certain ideas, and of course, the Italians are quite prolific in everything that they design, and they're very creative people. So, to just do the same car for, years and years, it's something too where there's an idea or something, an innovation or a style, or someone's got a great idea to carry that out and only do a few. And even to this day, they maintain a very short working schedule. They have, I believe, about 6,000 cars they produce. They have a waiting list, I think, of a couple of years. But there's still a lot of attention to detail and hand-built cars that will always be of great value.
I met one fellow back there with a 456 GT, and he said he ordered the car 2 years before he got the car. He got it, I think it was in '92, and he still drives it today, every day, right?
Yes.
So he would never even consider it. It's a once-in-a-lifetime purchase of a vehicle.
That's right. And I think, like you mentioned before, that there's a lot of them that have, more than one. It's so you want to have a collection. It's like baseball cards or guitars or other types of collectibles that one just isn't enough sometimes.
Fascinating. Congratulations to your auction. You guys are just growing in leaps and bounds. You got stock available or something? Yeah.
We'll talk about that. But
thank you.
Always a great pleasure
Terry
to
Lobson,
be here.
RM Auctions, and it's RM. What's the website? You want to get on it?
rmauctions.com.
And they'll tell you where the next auction's coming up.
Everything you need to know about auctions. And
I love it.